What's up, gamers? It's FitzBro, and we've got a hot new server-side patch for you here today. It is Monday, May the 16th, and Age of Empires 4 and Relic, they've been doing these monthly updates that you've seen coming out at the top of every month, but also they've recently started implementing these server-side patches, which you will recognize if you turn on your game, and you'll get a notice to download the server-side patch. It's a little way to make some small tweaks between these release cycles. So we've got the patch notes here for us. This is server-side patch 14681, and let's see what it has entail for us. In server-side patch 14681, we're bringing you changes to Mangonels. Oh boy, this could be good or it could be bad. A hot topic over the last few months, to say the least. We know Mangonels right now, though, quite weak in general. Let's see what they're doing. We recognize there's been a lot of discussion, you think, and we believe these changes build upon that unit's uniqueness. English players everywhere are trembling. We're always open to more feedback. However, you may also be excited to know that the Holy Roman Empire's prelates have remembered how to shuffle their feet and no longer get stuck when inspiring allies. You know, if I had enough time in a day, what if we went back and clipped every single patch note where they said they fixed prelates? Because I think this has to be like the 10th time that prelates have been fixed, right? Maybe they got it this time. Read on to learn more about the balance changes incoming this server-side patch. Let's see what we got. Balance General. Mangonels now deal 50% more damage to ranged units. Attack radius increased from 0.75 tiles to 0.875. We want to focus the Mangonel role to be strong versus ranged units like archers and hand cannons, while the Rabaldaquin is powerful versus melee units. So, I think the key takeaway here is A, your giant archer ball is no longer going to just be safe against Mangonels. Once again, it sounds like Mangonels will be effective against them. And B, Mangonels, it appears, now have specific damage to ranged units. What does that mean? So from before, Mangonels were kind of just wiping out everything. You got hit a group of knights, group of man-arms, spearmen, whatever. Mangonels were really doing a ton of damage. And it looks like here, instead of giving them increased damage, they have just given them specifically a multiplier in a way against the ranged unit. So I think this is an appropriate change. Obviously, there's probably going to be some debate whether this is good or bad as far as a fix, but I like this. Mangonels are going to be more purpose towards taking out those archer masses, and we've seen many civilizations making almost purely archers at times under buildings. So this should help with that. We'll have to see how it actually pans out on ladder. Let me know down in the comments if you've got some opinions on this Mangonel change, but I expected a Mangonel change a month ago. I'm glad overall there is a change. So we'll just have to see. What to see. Abbasid Dynasty. Oh boy. Should I get the camels back out? Should I get the camels out? Reduce research time for House of Wisdom first tier techs. Fresh Foodstuffs Boot Camp, Preservation of Knowledge, and the Grand Bazaar from 60 to 30 seconds. Cut in half. Oh, give me that sweet, sweet fresh foodstuffs. We're going to get it even faster now. Other civs get to use their landmark bonuses immediately upon age up. Thank you. While the Abbasid Dynasty has to wait for the research to complete. This change is aimed at overcoming that deficit at the early stages of the game. So it's going to give you a little more of an edge right when you hit that second age. And I totally agree. I've thought about this before where, you know, every other civ instantly has some kind of bonus when they hit the second age, with the exception of, you know, they say that, but Delhi has to wait typically for their bonuses, at least when it comes to age 3 and age 4. But anyways, this will help make that faster, so you can either rush out fresh foodstuffs, or if you're going for that boot camp or whatever it might be. I mean, I still think this is the most popular option, but at the either way, it is going to be an option. So nice little change there to the Abbasid Dynasty. Holy Roman Empire. HRE will now start the game with a prelate. They start with the prelate. Holy Roman Empire mains, rejoice. Fitzy here, where you at? Where you at? Nowhere to be seen. And 100 gold less than they did previously. Okay, so you don't have to train the prelate anymore, but you start with 100 less gold. Looks like they did some modeling and found the Holy Roman Empire generate less resources than other civilizations, leading to a weaker feudal age and less options. Removing the starting gold ensures that they don't have a bonkers feudal age speed, and now bolster a competitive number of resources in the feudal age. Yeah, I feel like Holy Roman Empire has been a hot topic of balance changes. They've received so many changes, mostly buffs in recent months. Prelates no longer become stuck inspiring an out-of-range target. So we already talked about this. I swear this has been on the patch notes like every month since release. Sometimes a player moved a prelate away from a unit that was just starting to inspire. It would get stuck. Let me know if you've had that happen to you before. Getting those stuck prelates, I know you probably have. It was a stuck attempting to inspire the original target. Yeah, some people had identified that this was the issue. Would not be able to acquire its new target. So there you go. TLDR, prelate supposedly should not get stuck anymore, but we'll believe it when we see it. We'll believe it when we see it, and we'll do a type of big confirmed in the chat, right? Okay, Mongols. There we go. Mongol Outpost Yam Speed Aura. Uh-oh, what's coming? Now only applies to units within the radius and no longer lingers for 10 seconds. Woo! Mongols nerfed. Down they go. Okay, there you go. So that speed aura isn't going to... It used to be you could walk out of the aura. You still had that speed bonus for 10 seconds. It's only going to happen while you're inside the aura of that Yam speed aura. As movement speed is extremely strong, we want players to have to dedicate more time and resources to this bonus if they like it on more parts of the map. Doing this creates more risk than setting up outposts closer to the enemy. So now, if you really want to get that speed within your enemy's base, you can't just like hop in and out of the aura. You're going to have that tower right up on them. But I think in general, Mongol players still already spam towers quite a bit. So I don't know how big of a change this is going to be. But at the very least, if you weren't having complete coverage of your towers, you certainly will need them now. Mongol Con can no longer fire while on the move at the Dark Age! You will never snipe my sheep again in the Dark Age. Oh, I love this. I love this. This also probably means they're not just going to run around harassing your villagers. They're going to have to... They still could stand there and shoot, I guess, but they aren't going to be able to run and fire. So I like seeing that. A nice little Mongol Con nerf. This change is targeted at cons following enemy scouts and killing their sheep. Ding, ding, ding. Compounded by the fact that the Mongols are often able to apply early pressure to enemies who are out of sheep, yes, and low on options. Out of options, out of time, out of money. This change will retain the cons' fire while moving attack in all other ages. Okay, so it will still fire and move in other ages, just not in the Dark Age. There you go, Mongol mains. Maps. Danny River hasn't quite... Did you guys... Who watched my video where I had 4 boars on the thumbnail? That's what I was talking about. Danny River's having a bit of a boar problem on the island, and so a royal hunt was called. LOL. The map will now spawn boar in the following configuration. I mean, you get the idea. They basically have lowered the amount of boars in each of the map sizes. So that's all you need to know about that. And looks like that's mostly it. What's next? They're talking about Shift Q command needs attention. We're investigating our options. So if you've noticed bugs around Shift Q, it does look like they're working on it, as we can only provide specific changes via server-side patch. So maybe that'll be next month. We're not able to include any changes to Shift Q in this one, but we're looking to issue a fix for this in the near future. Also continuing to celebrate the Festival of Ages, so look for more rewards. Got feedback? You hit the forums. There you go, guys. Server-side patch 14681, mid-May. And it looks like these are all quality changes. As always, we'll have to make sure what it says in the notes is what's going to be in the game. But let me know down in the comments, what do you think about these changes? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Are you excited about this? Are you out there on the rank ladder? And as always, if you like the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that alert notification. And I will see you guys over live on twitch.tv/FitzBro. We'll see you in the next one.